I don't know why this girl's looking at me like I won't jerk her eyes out. Like I won't pull them out, put them in a spliff and smoke it. And I was just like, what? And then she's just like, listen, one more time.
You've done comedy shows, like stand-up comedy shows.
I did like one.
Okay.
Yeah, my first one.
How did you find that?
It was good. Like I felt like, do you know what? Like when I'm in my room, I talk to myself. So I'm like, damn, there should be a camera here.
No, but you talk to yourself like just in general.
Yeah.
Not just in your room.
Yeah, I do.
When you're around people.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, I do. I feel like it actually started from like school. Like people were like, why are you talking to yourself? I'll be like, oh, I feel so embarrassed. But I feel like there was like when I'm like in my room, I'm like just just thinking about like just telling the story. I'm like, wait, hold on. No, this is a set. Like, you know what I mean? Usually like, when I talk to people, they were like, people always like to me like, do you do stand-up comedy? I was like, no, I actually don't, like, you should, or hosting or something because of my deliveries, my time and everything. Do you know what I mean?
Time.
Yeah.
Like do you feel that there's a pressure when it comes to making comedy content for social media for people to find you funny in real life as well? Or do you just not?
This whole thing is ordained and already written because that's for me. I don't know how. Like for me, I feel like I'm just being myself. Yeah. Wait, do I talk to like myself like around like if people like? Well, have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You talk in rooms like to me, but then you would also talk like to yourself sometimes as well. Yeah.
Oh damn! I didn't notice that.
Yeah. But it's not like, I mean, I don't think anything other than you're just saying what's in your head out loud.
Oh yeah. No, that's true. I know what it means. Almost like, wait, this class is a bit, like that. Okay, I get it.
Like
I get it.
If a waiter's coming over with like the food or whatever, or they walk away and be like, oh, well, I was going to actually ask her something.
Yeah. Like, okay, cool. So I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no.
I just wanted to confirm that.
You're not tapped,
honestly.
darling.
Yeah.
It's your brain working and the mouth moving.
Yeah, at the same time without the filter. I feel like I feel like myself within myself and other people. It's starting to merge at this point. Yeah. I'm just a bit tired to like kind of having to have the mask on and stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, so do you feel you don't feel the pressure then when it comes to just because you are yourself online and you are yourself?
Yeah, do you know what? Like, so many people always ask like my actual African mum, like, oh, like, how do people feel about like my videos? And my mom just doesn't really care because she's like, oh, girl, it's a Tuesday. Like, I'd be like that in the house. I feel like a lot of my friends, especially like one best friend that I had, like, and that I had, his name was like Najib, and he passed away. And he was just like to me, like, you just need a camera, just turn the phone on and keep it, just record it and then upload it on social media. Do you know what I mean? Because how I am, I always do like impressions. I used to like mock people when I was younger. I didn't used to get in trouble for it, but like
you've turned it into a career.
Yeah,
now you're getting coins.
Yeah, big per. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I've always like used to like I used to be like a good like impressionist and stuff. And I just feel like it just really just became
it turned into life.
Yeah, and also like my mom used to send me to performing at school when I was like really young, from like 8 to 16. So I feel like it just became like a part of my subconscious.
For like stuff. Jazz hands and acting and all of the trimmings, or just like acting mainly?
It was literally like performing outside, like acting, singing and dancing, jazz hands, all that stuff as well. Yeah, it was good.
You hold a note?
Yeah, I can.
No, wait, have I?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a bit rusty because that was like on the spot, but like,
That's good.
Thank you so much.
You can hold a note, but I don't know why I feel like I've like heard you sing before.
I probably sang to myself. Yeah.
It's just all these characters coming out like bit by bit. I'm like, hang on, I swear that.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like sometimes I'm like, it's given like multiple people in like one head, but
without the
diagnosis.
Yeah. Yeah, but judgment-free zone.
Yeah,
and that's
I'm
Do you sing in church as well?
Yeah, sing
loud.
in church. Yeah.
You give it some welly.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Exactly. Yeah.
You give it throat. You give it guttural.
Everything,
you give it nasal. Just let it all come out.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Is here.
Takes over. Yeah.
That's a takes over. I'm gonna do that. But yeah, like we'll be singing in church more this year as well. Like, I'm very like multifaceted. Like there's like I'm like an onion. You know, that's
more
what
layers
say.
that you peel back. Yeah. That's so funny because I actually call Asher Onion as like a nickname.
Oh really?
Because
he is an onion.
When you like every single time that you meet up
with
him,
he's a different.
You find out something else new.
Very deep.
Like this guy, you'll find out that he's been a butcher. Like he hasn't been a butcher, but I wouldn't be surprised. Farmer, probably farmed.
I met him as a school teacher.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like every single time you see the guy, there's just something else to him, and you're one as well.
Yeah, I just love how like he's just so like, or like he's just continuously. Like, it's
but
really
you
in
both
him.
have got that quality when it comes to the turnaround of your content.
Right,
You guys
yeah.
are.
I feel like he's like, but I feel like I'm like,
But you are. But
yeah.
you do. You
Wow.
keep the content coming.
I'm really happy I heard that.
It's. Mama, I think my mum even said today, because I think he made some video. I think it was like a Lupin video that I sent into the group chat, and she was laughing. She was just like, just when he's done one video, you know that his brain is scanning.
Yeah,
getting ready for
the
next.
other
Like,
thing.
it's just like this,
Yeah. But I
onto
feel
the
like,
next.
I don't know, it's so weird.
But that's what makes the best content in it.
Yeah, I feel like with me, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I still feel like I'm not as consistent, but I feel like I feel like everybody else is like, girl, like,
everyone,
you are like,
oh
on
yeah,
it, and I love that. I just love and have.
What's your favorite content to put out?
Ooh, chair.
Because was it the different area ones that
that was really
was the
fun.
one that like
proper
pushed everything.
Yeah. So that was actually a really interesting concept. So like how that really started was I was with my friend and we just went into the Jamaican shop and we came out and
in advance.
I just got some, like, jet pork, having a good time. We come out, obviously it smelled of weed, but obviously I'm like, I'm so used to it, like it's just Tottenham. And then there was like poo on the floor and there was just someone pissing. There was like a crackhead.
Where was
like,
this?
Tottenham. Like literally as soon as we left, like around like the stadium area, that's also where my phone got stolen.
I was gonna say not in the actual restaurant.
No, like just like around. And then obviously I was with my friend, and then I was just like, oh well, she wasn't really from the area. I was like, oh well, welcome to Tottenham. Here we have
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, hold on. So obviously I came back into my room, and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna make that a series. So actually, no, not a series actually. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a welcome to Tottenham. So I did a welcome to Tottenham. We shot it with my friend the whole day, and then I didn't have a microphone, so the sound quality was like so bad. So then basically I was like, okay. Then my friend was just like, maybe I should try again in a different area. Like, which other area do you know really well? I'm like, oh girl, Peckham. Like somebody was going, oh my gosh. So
you're gonna see everything there.
No, literally, like, so there was a girl. This is a story. There was a girl. I went into a Jamaica shop, actually, was yeah, getting myself a little cheesy beef patty.
Oh yes.
And then basically, there was a girl on the phone, and just chatting on the phone and stuff. And I think I should speak to my therapist about this because I keep bringing this up. But yeah, so
in every chat that you have,
every opportunity I just have, like, so she was just like, no, she was on the phone and stuff, and then I didn't even notice myself looking at her, but I was just like, oh, like, like when you just catch eyes with somebody, she's like, I don't know why this girl's looking at me like I won't jerk her eyes out, like I won't pull them out, put them in a spliff and smoke it. And I was just like, what? And then she's just like, listen, one more time, I want this girl to look at me one more time. And all of a sudden I started talking to the pavement. I was like, oh my god, the pavement is so beautiful. Who knew the cracks would be wonderful, the lines and the symmetrical, so amazing. I was just looking at this, all of a sudden I found beauty in the corner of the floor. I didn't look up. And then they were like, oh, can we order? I said, yeah, so yeah, can I have a cheesy beef patty?
So you literally, the acting just came in.
I was so scared.
Control and just.
She was a big woman. I'm big as well, but I'm short. She was big, and I just didn't want my eyes to be jerked out
and put in a spliff.
Yeah,
and smoked that same night.
Yeah. So I don't know what.
That is quite traumatic, though.
It is very traumatic, and that's why I'm actually gonna go. I do go to therapy. I'm going to really speak about this moment because it really is traumatic. Oh, ChatGPT.
Right.
Best friend.
So,
yeah.
I have gone to I always say
I feel like,
GPT.
I don't know if it's just black people.
It's going to get leaked.
I feel like everyone, says ChatGPT. When it's ChatGPT. I don't know if it's all the black people.
What is it? Is it a thing?
I don't know. It just feels
I say ChatGPT.
But
ChatGPT.
The P is
it just can't. It's
too much.
ChatGPT. You have to think.
Yeah, but ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's like a black thing.
Maybe we need to do one and the B is black.
Yeah. Yes.
But it has become therapy. I've been in some scenarios before now where I'm like, am I the asshole? And I'll ask chat to see and
you could be like, do I have
it's concise.
Yeah, you could be like, can you give me a sociological perspective, philosophical perspective, esoteric, spiritual, psychological, attachment theory. It's tea.
It's tea until you're getting into it with somebody and
okay, so what happened?
You're getting into it with somebody and then they send you a paragraph and at the top it says, okay, here is how to make the message firm. and concise, but with a gentle approach.
No. That is my worst fear.
I said,
or like, what do you think at the end of the of the message?
No,
like at the bottom.
Said, thanks for your reply. It's great to know that you use Chat GPT.
No, that's my worst fear.
Fair to say, I didn't get another message.
No, I'd hate that.
You can get caught off guard if you're not watching. Like you have to look at what you're doing. But I know that a lot of people use it for therapy purposes. And the thing that I'm worried about the most is people's deep, dark secrets. Oh, I mean, hopefully not dark, but like their deepest secrets being unveiled. You know how like cancellation is a thing right now, and people are going into the nooks and crannies of Twitter to find out what's been said in 1066. There's a setting
for that on ChatGPT. So so there's a setting where I don't know what the setting actually is called, but I did this. I saw it on like TikTok straight away. Yeah, it's about basically says like, would you like to save these conversations for research purposes and for memory? So you can opt if you want it to be saved for research purposes or not. So you can just opt out. Yeah, so just search that. Jourd, look at the camera.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so just search that, guys. It should be on your settings, and I don't know what exactly it's called, but it's just like if you want to save the conversations for research purposes outside of your conversations, or if you just want to keep it private, then you can opt that out. You just kind of swipe like when it's green.
Yeah.
So
opt in, opt out. Yeah, but then does it still remember the conversation that you've had?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's still, but it's just like they might use it for training purposes, something to do training
quality
purposes.
And training purposes.
Yeah, something like that. So
please.
not my thing, boy. I'm telling you that because I have this fear. Let's say that you've been chatting like bad or like bad about someone, or let's say you've just been ranting. Yeah. And then I fear this day there might be some advanced version when they're like, what have people said about me, about this whole situation? Oh, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's my worst fear. Do you know what I mean? Because I be talking.
Oh yeah, no, I've done give me point evidence explanation. Let me know how I should. Am I fair in my reaction? Am I this, and this?
But sometimes I don't know if it's like.
Have you named your chat?
I haven't. Oh, I do name my chat, but I name it like cooking utensils, just in case somebody like steals my phone. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've not thought about that either. I learned Spanish on it, which I find quite. Are you judging?
So it goes from therapy to. But it's good. I feel like AI is actually just a tool that can really advance us in society.
It can. Sometimes it can screw up though, so you do need to understand like what you're asking for to a certain degree, because I was trying to get it to do like calculations on food the other day and like protein grams,
Yeah, I used to do that
and it was getting the like calculations wrong, and so I said, oh, isn't it and they said, oh yeah, you're right, and then they worked out again. So like I feel like for you to be able to use it the best, you need to have a certain level of understanding as to what it is that you're asking, because it can still slip up.
Yeah, it's artificial intelligence. I feel like when
Imagine having that back in school days.
Oh my god.
Yeah, buddy.
These kids are lucky.
These kids are lucky. Long gone are the writing the algebra on your hands.
Personal statements for uni.
Do you know?
Oh my lord.
Do you know what
people are enjoying?
People are enjoying. The Nyash in Ghana is something that.
Oh, my video.
The men.
I don't know if it's a dress code at this point, because I went to a restaurant. Yeah, it's called Living Room in Accra. If you guys are Ghanaian, you would know. If you guys have been to Ghana, you would know. And everybody just had a big bum, like to the point where my bum, I felt so like
he was like insecure, like what is going on?
I was oh my god, like I didn't know. I was just so I just saw everybody's like, and like it's just all types of Nyash. It was
in all big shapes and sizes.
We got Nyash, but it still kind of pokes out. Then we got the question mark, my favorite. Then we kind of have
is that the
like
to go like that?
Like, but then we have like question marks that are kind of like a bit low, where there's some that are watery, some that are jiggly, some that are quite firm but with some sort of texture. Then we have gym bums. Then we have like, but I feel like a lot of the Ghanaian women don't really even be going to the gym.
No.
Yeah, so it has a beautiful, good natural consistency.
Because I met somebody there that was questioning why I was going to the gym every single day, and I was like, because I don't have what you have naturally.
I think I've
got to build it.
Yeah, I think because I feel like maybe in Ghana, if you're probably walking for a long time, it's hot, and it's not like an even ground. So you're constantly in some places. You could probably be walking up a hill, be walking up. All that stuff is hot as well. So I think it's like sweating. A long treadmill, like walk. Yeah. That's probably what I think it is as well.
That's true.
That's what I think. I think it's the climate as well. Your body's literally we're probably vitamin D deficient, babe. So that's gonna. Do you know what I mean?
That's gonna affect the Nyash.
Yeah. It really is. But I love Nyash.
South Africa was the same too, to be fair.
Right.
Everyone was right and tight. Like their
Right.
bodies were just...
Do you know
tea.
what? So in the comments, there was a big debate going on.
Really?
Yeah, amongst the South Africans.
And Ghanaians.
Yeah, Nigerians, Kenyans, and all that. So everybody was like, I should have gone to South Africa. I'm
Nyash
like,
Wars.
yeah, so should I make it like a whole international series? Maybe go to like the ATL strip clubs.
Yeah.
Really?
No, but let's not do the fake ones. Let's do
the
real,
natural. Yeah.
The natural.
Probably go to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Probably go to Uganda.
I wonder what country wins the title though. For like...
And I'm here to travel the world and find out. Let me know.
For Nyash.
Yeah, I just Nyash Chronicles. Now,
Yes. Please turn it into a series.
Oh, guys.
And it also gives you an excuse to just travel.
Yeah.
Like go South Africa. Did you go Nige back in the last year?
I didn't. So like I'm gonna be like obviously throughout this year I'll be like traveling and stuff and everything. But I think I will. That'll be so funny like during my tax returns.
And it's also not to like. It's not to do anything other than just glorify great bodies.
Yeah, that like, God has made.
Exactly,
Hallelujah.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like it was so funny like on my tax returns, so like travel purposes for. I won't say what it was for, but I feel like now like when I'm calculating all my travels, I'm like, wow, all for Nyash.
You'll actually be living a man's
dream.
Yeah,
like I really am. Like, I feel like even though I'm a woman, I'm like, no, like
I can really appreciate.
Yeah,
a good.
It's art. Like, it's art. Like it is just beauty. Like I love it.
And it's mad to think as well. Like growing up in school, there was a girl who this was in secondary school who used to get bullied because she had a fantastic bum, and I would clap back at anybody, even like at a young age. I'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
And you notice
like,
the gift.
Yeah,
same thing
like,
with the big lips.
What the heck? The
Same
big lips.
thing,
Yeah.
And now lip fillers,
all of it,
and plastic bums.
The
tooth, I mean?
The tooth looking.
Yeah. Oh, child.
And then
the hips. The wisdom teeth. And you know what? That's the thing. Oh my God. So basically, I tend to actually bond with men. This. Like, I tend to really bond with. So like, when I was in the living room eating the food at the place, the guy was like, "Is that real or fake?" I said, "That's real. That's real." Yeah, yeah. Just bonding with men.
So
the guy's wife was there, but we were all together, appreciating Nyash.
Yeah. But I don't think that like. But also, you can. I think you can tell very easily. I
feel like when you're a woman, you can tell because I think it's in the hips. I think it's here.
It's in the hips.
I think it's here.
It's the leg shape.
Yeah, the consistency. Yeah.
Because I feel like as well with a lot of the natural Nyash, even with the more petite girls that they've got it good, a lot of them will also have like a cuff. Do you know the cuff
is
underneath?
That place underneath the rear.
The underbelly.
Yes, right.
The underbelly.
No,
of the
I really
rear.
want to just kind of. I would love to like probably get like a real. So here we have the circumference, and this is actually quite a natural circumference and everything. We just measure it. We just that'd be cool. Actually do like a.
You should do a whole
like David Attenborough.
Like David Attenborough of the Nyash.
Here we have the Ghanaian kingdom. Or these South African women, often live in this habitat and they eat sadza, their national dish.
And this is what we would call the uplift.
Yes. And if you could just jiggle it for me just to see this.
I mean, then we enter into soft porn. I seen the other day on your Insta that you was wearing a ring on your. So can we just settle the score?
Okay.
Are you married? Are you not?
Okay.
Engaged?
No worries. I'll do that. So essentially, I had to show it off as well because it was expensive. So basically, I brought myself a promise ring because I feel like. I think with a ring, there's either two things. So either you might think I'm engaged and stuff, or even if I was to buy myself something like that, you can't play with me. Mm-hmm. So you would have to either for me to either switch this ring for whatever you would give me, like for me to kind of give my full self to you, you'd have to be worthy of that. I think it's kind of like a natural boundary, like just for my own self, just to kind of like remind me. So like when people want to come and they want to come and mess around, I'd be like, are they going to switch this ring? Would they give me something like this? Would they? It kind of helps me.
It's like a constant reminder.
Yeah,
as well.
It's a constant reminder of what I want.
Of your worth, what you're looking for.
Especially because I feel like obviously with my dating experience as well, I feel like I've just been like haven't really been going for the best and stuff. So I feel like I just need that constant reminder. Also, I just want to actually love myself. I'm like, I feel like I don't want to have to wait until until somebody comes before I get that, because
you got to love yourself.
I have to love myself. Do you know what I mean?
Somebody else,
exactly. So even if somebody was to be interested in me and they was to see their ring, I'd be like, oh no, this is like, I'm not engaged, but this is just so that I love myself. That person's not going to think, what type of person is she? How do I have to be to actually win her? So it already sets a standard without even me having to speak as much. So that's why.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That is really nice. And it's a good like constant reminder, like when you look down, like you know the reason as to why you've got it.
Exactly. And when I interact with people, in that manner, I'll just be able to be like, okay, is this somebody that I want to kind of, so it's kind of like I'll keep all of myself to me. And for me to kind of give my full self, I would have to feel confident that I know that this person, I can feel that this person is going to be able to switch the ring and so forth and everything. And it's just pretty. It's just pretty and it's just gorgeous.
You're going to get it.
Thank
you. You're going to get it, darling.
Hallelujah. Yes,
Amen.
I trust.
Before we go into to judge or not to judge, the food in Dominican Republic,
right,
at the hotel, good experience or bad?
So where did I go? Now I've actually forgotten the name of the restaurant that I went to. I think inside the buffet it wasn't the best. I didn't really like. No,
I've gone to 2 different hotels in the Dominican Republic. Both the times the food was absolutely like trash, as in like bottom barrel, as in how are you burning plantain type beat, and serving it to the masses, like that's.
I don't know if maybe because I don't know, are they under pressure?
I don't know, but then I went to stay at the Excellence, and the name done what it said on the tin. It was,
let me write that down,
9 out of 10 vibes. Cool. Really good. It was on TikTok. Like as soon as I saw Black people make TikToks and say the food was seasoned, cooked to perfection. I think maybe I thought
I think maybe with those restaurants, I think with that, I think they probably try to have like a very neutral stance with the cooking, because they probably attract, you know what I mean? So but I feel like
the food outside of the hotels is banging. Like you can't beat it.
Excellent. The oxtail, the there was the tacos. I had these beautiful tacos, and when I would dip it in the sauce, I said, you know what, Camden has nothing on this. Camden has nothing on this.
Do you know what, that actually brings me on to the food situation, food gate, Keith Lee coming over to the UK, and the heavy criticism that we're getting, because I do like a bit of Keith Lee, but do your research, man.
He went to the wrong place. Come on. He went to the wrong place.
Come on.
He could have hollered at me.
Do
you know what I mean?
He could have hollered.
Like gone to the great roast, great pub. Do you know what I mean? There's also other like
Black Eats, London, Brandy's is there,
Tottenham.
Do you know?
Patty shop.
Hadley is right there.
Yeah.
But
come to man for roast.
Listen, I'm sick and tired of people criticizing Sunday roasts.
I saw a girl on TikTok and she just broke it down so perfectly about the fact that we love a Sunday roast. We get up in the morning, the calf is an experience. Do you know what I mean? If you want your chips, you want your hash browns, or you just want it without anything. So, if you obviously you won't really need any salt because the bacon's there, you have your sausages and everything. Obviously, I think she was saying that because the builders coming, they've got to get their carbs, they've got to get their, they have to get their power.
A bit of everything on that plate.
Yeah.
Someone actually said on TikTok that
a jacket potato.
I love a jacket.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. A jacket potato.
Love a jacket potato, cheese and beans.
Oh my Lord! When it's stringy, cool. Blimey.
I put an unhinged amount of butter in my jacket potato.
And know
I'm surprised that I don't have a bit of an artery deficiency because of the amount of butter that I put in that.
Right.
Kerrygold, Irish finest.
I do love the Philadelphia cheese that I put on it. You put the beans and you put your normal cheese on top. And if you do want to be healthy, you can have it with a bit of salmon and salad.
Just up a little bit.
Yeah, but still
hit that daily count.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Still, I still put my Philadelphia. Yeah. But obviously I put my smoked salmon. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, with the salad. The potato goes with everything.
Potato goes with everything.
Bacon.
Please stop dissing.
Honestly,
British food. We're over it.
Honestly, it's a soulful experience.
We don't have numbers, additives, and all that garbage that you have over there.
A Yorkshire pudding. You know what? The culture. It is just. Yeah, I feel like that's our soul food.
Are we ready?
Yes, please.
Let's play to judge or not to judge. Leaving skid marks in a public toilet. Judging.
But do you know what? If the toilet has the cleaner, then
there's no excuse.
I mean, like, yeah. But if they don't, unless if you're in a rush, because obviously if that's the case, I just put tissue like on the thing so that the doo-doo doesn't
slip and slide.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then sometimes you
Soft
might not have the privilege to make those decisions and maybe like analyze and like
where it's gonna land.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I actually, do you know what I mean? Because I've been there and I'm like, like for you to even shit
and then you
got to
get up
toilet,
because your flights.
Do you know what I mean?
You got to run to the gate.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Okay, wearing a hoodie 3 days in a row. You're not judging that.
Which colour is the one? So this is.
That's not. You're not judging. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Picking your nose and flicking it on the floor in your room. Not judging, clearly. Washing your hands for less than 20 seconds. Farting on the underground. You're not judging.
I'm not judging.
Okay. Drunk calling after a night out. Not judging.
Because it depends. Like, you know, there's one time I had work drinks, and those work drinks were drinking.
Those work drinks really.
They were drinking.
Yeah.
You know, there was like a whole big like bottle of tequila.
Them work drinks will have you seeing double and calling triple.
Yeah.
For real.
I screamed. So,
Why do I not feel like you're lying? Showering once a day.
Oh.
Judging. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Peeing in the shower. I mean, I'm not judging either.
I feel like it's the sound of the water.
Oh, it makes you go.
Yeah, you know, even sometimes you can even do it and then some. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Licking the plate clean after a good meal.
I feel like when I was a kid, I used to do that, but not as an adult. Okay. So I think it's like
sending a DM and then unsending it hours later because they didn't reply.
Be a big man.
Stand on business.
Yeah. Period.
Not creaming your body after a shower.
Oh, I'm judging.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that is? Like when you wear your jeans, it's like it feels like it's burning.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. Even if there's a little bit of ash on like the side of the foot, there's no way. There's no way. Spitting on the side of the road.
Yeah.
You're not judging.
No, I mean, sorry.
You're judging.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it's vile. Yeah. I don't know how anybody. And that is to judge or not to judge.
This
right.
Is
Welcome to In the DMs, where I go through the funny, bizarre and unhinged DMs that we get sent in this wonderful and weird world that we call social media. Yes, social media. I'm Jourds and I'm joined by the lovely
Elaine Babey.
Woo! Oh, I love that.
So that's how it sounds, like Elaine Babey.
Baby.
Like it's the Elaine Babey.
Elaine
Did you get it? Yeah. Just download it. Yeah.
It's got a bit of razzmatazz with it.
Period.
You deleted quite a lot of your DMs, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm traumatized.
Yes.
So I don't know if I should say this, but I've got quite noticeable
breasticles,
bosoms.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of traumatizing DMs.
Right.
Yeah.
Of people wanting to do certain things.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. Yeah. This is a DM that I screenshot that my friend posted. You know, to put it blunt, she's got a forehead. You know, call it how we see it. And you know what people are like in the DMs. They'll highlight things that you already know.
That you didn't even know you had.
That you didn't even know you had. So somebody replied back to her story saying, "I can sort you with a hair transplant if needed."
People are mean. People are actually so mean.
One thing about the internet,
they have too much freedom.
And they will give you a complex.
Yes.
Because then you're looking in the mirror thinking, right, what point do I call turkey?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how long is this going to go on?
Friend.
Like,
how's she after that?
Oh, she laughs.
Okay,
she takes it in her stride. Love her for that. She's great. Great crack.
Just imagine like the
bitches.
Because there's so much space to like work with. It'll probably be perfect. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Just.
But also, like, what hairline do you go for? Like, Do you know what I mean?
Like, do they actually design their hairline?
I think.
Do they get a shape up after the hairline if it's a guy? Like when their hair's there, they get a shape up.
Yeah, because surely the guys that have M's as their like receding, you know, the M's, they fill that in, don't they, to make it a little bit more of like a shape up type
shouldn't
vibe.
be reacting.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
One thing that social media also loves to do is act like you are the all-seeing and all-knowing. I've got a travel page, right? And I posted about Dominican Republic on it, just like about the hotel or whatever.
Yeah.
This bizarre comment, I'm going here in March. I've not been able to get in contact with the hotel. I'm lost as to how to contact them since the call won't go through.
So do they expect you to go and call the hotel?
Didn't realise that I was TripAdvisor.
Yeah, I just...
At what point was I taking a commission on the booking fee?
Exactly. Oh, let me just go holler at Jourds. Maybe she'll call the hotel for us.
Do you know what I mean?
What goes through there?
Like,
I think they just want to find any way for you to... But why would you reply to that?
No, the funniest thing is I did reply back and I said, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe contact your tour operator.
Or maybe go on the website.
Send an email, or DM them on Instagram, perhaps.
Or email. I'm sure they have an email or something.
Somebody else replied back being like, oh my gosh, me too. Did they get back to you in the end? And then they replied back to the chain being like, yeah, they did. I'm so excited, or something like that. It's like...
And what, you were just there?
I was just, looking at the comments. Okay.
Right.
Okay, then.
I mean, at least you're being sociable.
Well, this is it, isn't it? At least engagement.
That's true,
Anything for the engagement.
That's true.
And last but not least, Unhinged. You said that you get this quite a lot. We haven't actually got the screenshot, but it is along these lines. Can you suffocate me with your breasts?
Yeah. Or I also got another one where they wanted me to like kind of knock them like with one. So it's like kind of like, like when you're like that, it's like bam, 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 like that. Or like when they could also be like swanging in front of them. I think there's like a breast fetish. Yeah. So after that, like I think that's why like guys, like if you see me on my socials, like I don't really be showing my boobs as much because people are scary. Yeah. I could make so much money.
Yeah. If we wanted to swang them titties.
Yeah, in front of a very, sad rich man, and I'll be like, yeah, charge, 5 figures for that, 6 figures for that. But I can't do that.
I don't want to fetish shame, but there is some...
Like, what did you
go through in life
for you to think, yeah, that's okay? Yeah.
Like, people get off to just some...
Like, he wants, because obviously they're heavy, and he can tell, he's like, oh, God, they're heavy, I just want to just be knocked out by them. Yeah, is that
what is it, like dominatrix type
right
vibe?
Oh God, I feel like what I'm imagining in my head is just not right.
Yeah, just some like lycra.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that was the first and the last time I'll post myself in a corset. I'll probably do that again after I heal. Yeah, it was after I posted a picture of me in a corset. And I also just get these people that are like, that's turned into health experts, and they're like, oh sis, your back, I do recommend are you gonna pay? Are you going to pay? And also I go to the gym. So my back is actually okay. So you don't need to worry about me.
Oh, there's so many people on social media that do that diagnostic.
Yeah, like...
all of a sudden you think that you've freaking...
Yeah, I would recommend a reduction. I would recommend this. I would recommend that. Oh, sis, your bra. Oh, sis, your this.
But it's until I come onto social media and tell you that I am suffering from something... Don't you then go acquiring...
Oh my God, I remember there was one DM, sorry, this, I don't know why I felt so embarrassed about it. This has nothing to do with boobs, but like there's one DM where I was in Ghana and I was posting food, and then a couple people were like, did you just go to Ghana to eat? And I did. I did. I did. They're like, did you just come to Ghana, like obviously to just sit and eat? I said, yeah. I did.
Baby girl, you went to Ghana to have a good time.
Exactly. And
to see family.
Yes.
To rest and recover.
Yes.
And to swang that stick up in the air, that crutch.
Yeah, guys, I don't know if I can even lift my... But yeah, so...
We met up when we was in Ghana, and you was like, this ain't gonna hold me back, and that is,
and maybe that's why I'm stealing this 12 weeks later. But yeah, God is good.
God is good.
I'm going to the GP tomorrow, guys. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, you'll be out of that.
Yes,
the crutch is gone.
Yeah, that was about like 3.5 weeks ago I became independent. I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
my women independent.
For you, la, la, la. I forgot the words.
Yeah.
Forgot the words. I was like, oh, pressure. It's okay though. Like bare cameras
We'll still write it out.
Yes.
That has been In the DMs. If you have got any crazy DMs, either funny, unhinged, or bizarre, that you would like to slide into my DMs, at @Jourds_ is where to send it to. This has been In the DMs. I've been joined by Elaine Babey.
Yeah.
Hey, comment, like,
Yeah.
subscribe, tell a friend to
Big
tell
purr.
a friend. Go run it back. Enjoy. Peace out. A-Town down.
Big purr. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, my darling.